Fabric is expensive, so we have to be resourceful now. I found these little workout tanks at the Goodwill for like $1 a piece, and I'm going to use them to turn into the cutest little yoga top. So because I'm working with these tank tops, I have to be kind of creative with how I'm cutting things out. So here I am laying out my center front piece, and then everything else can kind of work around that. And it turns out I actually do have enough of the fabric of like this little speckly one to cut out most of my pieces. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to save the blue one for later. I did have to use some of the printed side as one of the lining pieces, but you know, nobody else is going to see it except me. I have this black lining for the center front because I didn't have enough of the blue. And then I also have some power mesh to also line the center front, just to give it a little bit of extra support. Here I'm putting down my interfacing. The pattern does call for a stretch tricot interfacing. I did not have that and I couldn't find any locally, so I'm just using woven because that's what I have. It worked well with the other one that I made like this, so I think it's going to be fine. And making sure I have the right thread in my overlocker. I like to use the woolly nylon thread for the bottom loopers and then just like regular serger thread for the top needle loopers. I think it just gives a really nice finish on the seams, especially with knitwear. See? Look how pretty that is. It's so stretchy and pretty. I love it so much. And here I am adding in that power mesh in the center front as an interlining. It's just going to give me a little bit of extra strength and support. And here we're going to put on those back panels onto the front panels. And so the pattern has you make straps for this, but I don't have enough of this rainbow fabric to make the straps. And the only other stretch I have is like a plain black. So I'm just going to use these plain black bra strap elastic that I have for straps. They're nice and supportive and they have a good stretch to them, and I don't have to sew them because they're already made. And here we are adding these straps to the front and then laying them out so that they get that really cool kind of crossover on the back. This is honestly the trickiest part of the pattern. Once you get your straps on, you kind of weave them over, under, over so that you get this really, really neat crossover design on the back. It's not hard, you just have to be careful and make sure that you are not getting your straps all twisted up. Alright, got it all sewn together, got the lining in place, it's just bag lined, it's super easy. And the bottom band just goes together like a little tube. A strip of 1.5 inch wide knit elastic is inserted into the bottom band to give just a little bit of bust support. And then I'm using the cover stitch machine to top stitch around the top edge of the bodice piece. Obviously, if you don't have a cover stitch machine, this could be done via understitching, or you could use a zigzag stitch on a standard sewing machine. After that, you just add the bottom band, and this is the final product. This pattern is super easy to put together. It goes together so fast. I did 2 of these in one night, and it's just a great way to use up some little scraps or to repurpose some athletic wear that you might find.